Hi Sagittarius, this is your May 22nd through May 28th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. We'll have a spread on new love, a separate spread on love in an existing relationship or marriage. I'll then do the X spread. After that, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And at the end, we'll see what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is on new love this week. We have the Eight of Wands clarified by Temperance. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have the Two of Cups clarified by the Hierophant. In the potential outcome, we have the Empress with Strength and the Lovers. And we also have the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Libra, Leo, Gemini, perhaps even another Sagittarius. Or pretty much any zodiac sign. Well, you know what? Quite a few zodiac signs got all major arcana cards in their potential outcome. I don't know what's going on this week. They're not the same ones, but they're all major arcana cards. All right, and that's what's happening for everybody or most people. I think you're in this reading at least a couple of times, probably even 3 times. Sagittarius. We've got 7 major arcana cards, right? On top of those 3 in the potential outcome, we have 4 more. And yeah, it's just crazy, okay? It could be a little bit crazy for you this week because there could be a trip coming up, even if you're not aware of it. We have 3 cards on the table that could be interpreted as cards of travel, right? The very first card that came out, the Eight of Wands clarified by Temperance. The Eight of Wands could be a travel card. The Wheel of Fortune right next to it could be another one, another travel card. The World on the bottom of the deck. You've guessed it. The World is my card. This card could be interpreted as someplace remote. Okay, so I don't know where you're going or whom you're going with, but this is where love will find you. Or perhaps you're going somewhere with the person who could be the lover of your life. Perhaps it's going to be such an instant connection, instant chemistry that the two of you will go somewhere for the weekend. You'll go away for the weekend together with this person. Okay, I definitely see for most of you travel is somehow a part of this equation. Right, the Eight of Wands, like I said, could be a card of travel. But my favorite interpretation of the Eight of Wands is the Cupid's Arrows card, the arrows of love. Again, it could be love at first sight for both of you. Instant connection. Alright, instant chemistry. The Temperance card clarifying the Eight of Wands, that's you. That's one of your major arcana cards, Sagittarius. So it could be you traveling or it could be you falling in love with this person, but it feels mutual. It really does. We'll get to that in just a second. The Wheel of Fortune. That's actually one of your cards as well, Sagittarius. But at the same time, like I said, it could be a card of travel or it's simply a card of starting a new cycle. It's a major arcana card. It's pretty much unavoidable, I guess, at this point. And the Wheel of Fortune is always good news in my spreads. The word fortune is there for a reason. Then we have the Two of Cups clarified by the Hierophant. And there's 2 people in the Two of Cups, right? That's you and your person. For some of you, you could be going to someone's wedding, you know. For some of you, you could be going to someone's engagement party or someone's housewarming party. And perhaps that's where you will meet your love of your life, right? But for most of you, I think the Two of Cups, this is you and your new person, right? It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of unconditional love. It's a card of when 2 people see eye to eye and feel the same way towards one another. The Hierophant clarifying it could be a Taurus you're dealing with, but the Hierophant is a card of something traditional like a committed relationship or marriage. It's also a very spiritual, very educational card. Perhaps education is a part of it for some of you, right? But again, you could be going to someone else's engagement party or marriage, or this is what's in store for you. Between you and this person, right? Commitment with the Hierophant card. In the potential outcome, we have all those amazing major arcana cards. The Empress, Strength, and the Lovers, right? The Empress could be a Libra or a Taurus you're dealing with, but the Empress is just a fantastic card to have. Always. It always is. Right? The Empress often comes through as a future wife or a future significant other figure, a future mother figure. And the Empress, you know, is a person who is being loved, cherished, somebody who is being put up on a pedestal. Right? The Empress is just abundance in its purest form, and it's one of the most positive cards in the deck. it's always a good sign to have the Empress. Strength right next to the Empress could be a Leo you're dealing with. Strength could be interpreted so many different ways. It could be a card of courage, but it's also a card of loyalty. You know, it's also the often forgotten meaning of the Strength card is loyalty. All right, and the Lovers right next to the deck could be a Gemini you're dealing with. The Lovers is a card of a choice. Okay, and at the same time, in my opinion, the Lovers is one of the best cards when it comes to the actual love connection between two people. It's a card of a soulmate connection. It's a card of a twin flame connection if you believe in twin flames. And the Lovers could simply be the love of your life. Also, in my opinion, the only other card that comes close to the Lovers in terms of the actual love connection between two people is the Two of Cups. Right, and we have the Two of Cups here as well. Right next to the candle, we already talked about it. So basically, you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. You got both. This is a very, very special person, Sagittarius. Right, the World on the bottom of the deck, we already talked about it. You know, travel, or this is simply a happy end. This is my happy end card. One chapter of your life coming to an end, and a new happy or happier chapter of your life is about to begin. So this is big. This is major. So many major arcana cards. This person is at least your soulmate. And again, I think it will take off like a rocket. You guys will have instant connection. You could be traveling where you meet this person, or you could be traveling together. Really happy for you, Sagittarius. Congratulations. Sagittarius, if you are already married or if you're in a relationship, this spread is for you. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Four of Swords. We have both the King and the Queen of Cups. Well, it kind of feels like you guys are gonna be going away, either on vacation or just for a couple of days. Perhaps you're gonna take the weekend off and maybe Friday and Thursday off. Because I do see you working hard, but then I also see you going somewhere, right? So let me explain. The Eight of Pentacles, the first card I came on, is a card of work, business, and finances. And I think that's what it really is. A part of this week you're going to be working, especially if you're taking half of the week off. So perhaps in the first half of the week you may have to work harder than usual or longer hours than usual, because you have to perhaps complete the same number of amount of work, or you know, before we go on vacation we have to, you know, tie loose ends and things like that, wrap up projects, make sure everybody knows what they need to do while you're gone, things like that. Right, then the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Four of Swords. I think this is you going somewhere. The Knight of Swords is the fastest knight out of all four knights, so I think in this case it's travel. Okay, the Four of Swords, clarifying is where are you going? The person in the Four of Swords, it could be you and your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your significant other, just relaxing. You know, someplace warm, hopefully, somewhere by the beach or by the poolside. You know, I think that's what's happening with those two cards. You're going somewhere where you don't want anybody bothering you. The King and the Queen of Cups. This is my ultimate love couple. That's you and your person. Right? At least that's how the two of you will feel at some point during this week. Like the ultimate love couple. Okay, just the two of you, or perhaps you got kids, but you're no longer working. That's what's most important for this case. I hope that makes sense. All right? Cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Sagittarius, this week. Keep in mind it doesn't have to be the most recent ex. We have the Ten of Wands, clarified by the Hangman. We have the Queen of Wands, clarified by the Two of Wands. We have the King of Swords, clarified by the Two of Swords. Then we have the Fool, and we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is one interesting reading. Okay, you see that Fool card right next to the deck? I made an exception for you. I don't usually do it, but I'll explain in just a second as to why I made that exception. The Fool is the condition as to what should happen or what is supposed to happen for the two of you to give it another shot. The Fool is the answer. In this case, the Fool is letting go of what happened between the two of you in the past. And, you know, that's pretty much self-explanatory, right? I don't know what exactly happened between the two of you, but that's the prerequisite. To let go of what happened between the two of you in the past and start from scratch. Okay, because it feels kind of difficult, right? Both of you are clarified by cards that could be interpreted as a cards of choice. As a matter of fact, what I just realized, the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Two of Wands, and the King of Swords is clarified by the Two of Swords. Okay, I just realized that. I don't know why it didn't cross my mind right away. So yeah, it makes total sense, right? Both of those two cards, the Two of Wands and the Two of Swords, are choice cards, crossroads cards, decision-making cards. And it's not going to be an easy decision. We actually start off with the Ten of Wands clarified by the Hangman. The Ten of Wands is a card of a burden. It's a card of that's something that's tough. Perhaps both of you, it's not easy for both of you to let go of what happened to you in the past, right? And the Hangman, clarifying it as a card of stagnation. It's a card of a sacrifice. So perhaps both of you should compromise, because every relationship is a two-way street. In case you didn't know, every relationship is a two-way street. Okay. Judgment on the bottom of the deck is a card of somebody coming back from the past. It's also a card of, I think, both of you having to make a judgment call. So here's the deal. Communication is always key. All right? Communication is always key. Perhaps the two of you need to sit down and talk about this. Okay? Dissect what happened between the two of you. And if the two of you can come to common ground, if the two of you can let go of what happened between the two of you in the past and realize that it's a two-way street when it comes to relationships, then the two of you can make it work. Okay? Yeah, you're definitely at the crossroads this week with this person. All right? Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Sagittarius, this week. We have the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is an amazing spread, Sagittarius. I believe you're the King of Wands, male or female, absolutely doesn't matter. And you are either landing a job or landing a contract, or it could be payday. This week it could be a payday. Okay? Perhaps your hard work is paying off. Speaking of hard work, the Ten of Wands on the bottom of the deck is a card of hard work. Something that's tough on us, something that's taken a toll on us, something that's difficult, right? So it could be a new job, a new contract, which is not going to be easy, but I think you'll manage. Or perhaps that's what has been happening for a while. You've been working really hard over the last months or years, right? And here comes the payday, or here comes a new contract or a new job. The Six of Wands in the middle, clarified by the Nine of Pentacles, that's it right there. The Six of Wands is a card of recognition, right? It's a card of a success, victory. It's a card of feeling good about yourself, feeling good about what's going on with you. The Knight of Pentacles clarifying it, yeah, money, right? Or a contract, or something long-term that comes your way. The Ten of Pentacles right next to the deck, again, money. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of financial abundance or real estate. Perhaps you're in real estate, I don't know. But this looks awesome. It's a victory either way. If you are landing a new job or a new contract, that's because you are really good at what you do. You're a hard worker and you're very successful. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Sagittarius. We have the Nine of Wands clarified by the Two of Swords. We have the Six of Pentacles clarified by the King of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is a repeat of the X spread, Sagittarius. You see that King of Swords? It's that same person. This is a different deck. I use different decks for different spreads. This feels like a stalemate. That's the word I was searching for during the X spread, and now I found it. It's a stalemate, right? Yeah, it's like this week is going to be, the ultimate crossroads, I guess. Either the two of you are going to try it, or you guys are going to go your separate ways, okay? And if you do go your separate ways, it's done. It's done forever. Okay, we got the Two of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. Those cards are multiple choice cards, decision-making cards. The Seven of Cups is also a card of uncertainty and clarity, right? The first card that actually came out is a card of a wounded warrior, that Nine of Wands. I think both of you feel this way right now, Okay, and the Two of Swords clarifying it is a crossroads card, right? We actually had the Two of Swords in the X spread. The King of Swords is the person you're dealing with. The Wheel of Fortune right next to the deck, it's actually one of your major arcana cards, Sagittarius, but the Wheel of Fortune is also a card of a cycle. Alright, so not all hope is lost. The two of you could still get the show back on the road with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune usually brings changes, right? So something's got to change, something's got to give. The two of you can definitely work it out, but some work needs to be done. And all of this may start with a conversation. All right, I'm going to leave it at this. We already talked plenty about this in the X spread. And yeah, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius, for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also share and subscribe. And other than that, Sagittarius, have an amazing week.